The DNC playbook on Trump hacked and leaked. If this happened in business, think about this. Competition certainly would take advantage of it. But how does it translate in a political world to pro-Trump super PAC strategist Ed Rollins, who says this is a big advantage to Republicans? Ed, before that, in my ear right before, Joe Cox, the Labor MP who was shot, apparently has passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's tough. I mean, it really is tough. And a lot of things not confirmed, but some of the stories is not only was she stabbed, but she was shot, but the 52-year-old assailant yelled Britain first before doing this. Of course, she's a liberal. I think she wants a yes to stay on the UK and the EU. She's known for her work in Syria. She's known as being a champion for the Syrian people. Do you think this sways that whole debate at all?
Well, it's certainly going to dominate the news for the next couple of days, and as it should. You know, I've been in this business for 50 years. No one's ever taken a punch at me, a swing at me, and certainly many may have wanted to. And I think that's one of the unique things about American democracy is that you can speak your mind, you can say what you want, as it should be there. Britain is obviously the heart of democracy, and I think something like this is just tragic.
It really is. It's heartbreaking. We'll have more details for the audience as they come in on this hack, if you will. You know, we don't punch, we don't do the fisticuff stuff, but we certainly apparently there's a lot of behind the scenes skullduggery, if you will.
Well, there is, but the truth of the matter is opposition research is a real art form today, and when I started in this business 50 years ago, you'd say to your client, give me $5,000, I'm going to hire a private detective to go investigate my opponent, but I want $5,000 from you to go investigate yourself, too. So a good campaign, and I'm not arguing this is what Trump has done, but they should know everything that's about themselves already. They should have had someone over the last year pulling together not just what the opposition was doing, but what he was doing, what was vulnerable. So I assume there's nothing in there that they don't know about already, and if they don't know about it, then they have failed miserably as a campaign. Every other campaign that ran against him certainly had a big opposition research book. There's a lot of stuff on Trump over the years, some of which is harmful, some of which is irrelevant.
You know, some of it was leaked on the internet. We don't know the extent if that was all of it, but if it was, people are saying it's not as much ado about nothing.
You know, it's always not enough to knock anybody out. I mean, I think it's a question of how you use it. How do you make a case? Do you make a case that he was a dishonest businessman and you take several cases? The problem sometimes with someone like Trump or Hillary, who have these long records, long histories, is there's so much stuff that you can't tell the story properly, and you can dilute it, and you've got to take 3 or 4 things. I think it's like Mrs. Clinton. I think the Clinton Foundation is far more fertile ground than Benghazi. Benghazi is a complicated story. It may have been a neglect on her part to do the right thing, or the administration's part, but the Clinton Foundation was clearly a family-run business, and they basically did some things that I think are improper.
I mean, it doesn't take a political expert to smell quid pro quo there, selling a political favor. The numbers are outrageous. When
you get $25 million from the Saudis and other countries like that, they want something.
Right. Right. Well, in the meantime, I think she's focused. She's determined she's going to be focused on Donald Trump's temperament.
You know, if I was sitting where she was, that may be a good. But who knows about Donald Trump? He's a very unique. In the year that he's been a candidate, everybody, including myself, predicted he wouldn't do very well, and he's obviously done very well. So he's.
And he's got you in his corner now, Ed.
Well,
thanks a lot, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thank you. My pleasure.